What's going on, everyone? We're going at it with a breakdown video of UFC Fight Night in Saudi Arabia. Adesanya versus Amavov. Starting from the bottom of the card, moving our way all the way to the top. We're starting off with Jamal Pogues versus Hamdi Abdullah Wahab. I think Abdel Wahab. I think that's how you say his name. So I ended up picking Jamal Pogues, mainly because he's got that 5-inch reach advantage. He's coming off of a win, which is always really good, and his record is just more dependable than that 5-0 record, if I'm going to be completely honest. And I haven't really seen any notable fighters come out of Egypt. Maybe this guy will be the first one, but the track record of areas like that just haven't been really good or have shown much promise for prospects. So I got to go with Jamal Pogues. I picked round 1 KO or TKO, if not probably round 2, honestly. But with heavyweights in round 1s, typically they can go to finishes pretty fast, especially for newer guys and stuff. So yeah, have Jamal Pogues, round 1 KO or TKO. Next, we have Lucas Alexander versus Bogdan Grad. I'm going with Bogdan Grad by round 1 KO or TKO. I looked at his stats. Apparently, he has, I think it was 57% accuracy to the head, which is really, really good. He's coming off of a loss, Lucas Alexander is, and this is his debut coming from Romania. So yeah, looks very good. He is at a slight reach disadvantage, but I think he's gonna have some power and he's gonna be very accurate, and he's probably gonna get him out there in either round 1 or round 2. So Bogdan Grad, round 1, round 2. Next we have Jasmine. Didn't we do that? I'm gonna just click like that. There we go. Jasmine. Oh, what is it? Why is it doing that? Hello. A little weird. Whatever. Just ignore that. Anyways, Jasmine Vicious, I wish I could say that again better, versus Myra Bueno Silva. I have Jazz Duvicius coming with the momentum off of a win. Also, she's got that reach advantage and should be able to play on the feet very well. I have her by either majority of decision or she's going to get around 3 sub or TKO. So, yeah. Um, our Bruno Silva, unfortunately, again, has not been very reliable. Has not done anything very good of notice, really. Like I don't even think she's been in title contention ever, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, Jasmine Jazz Javicius, getting it done for Canada. Yeah, like I said, majority decision around 3, TKO or sub. That's my prediction. Next, we have Abdul Karim Al Salwati versus Bolachi Okay, I think Okai. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Anyways, I have Bolaji Okai for the win here, round 1 KO or TKO. I know they're both coming off of losses, as you can see here, but he has a reach uh, advantage, and I believe he has been overall more accurate with his strikes. Um, I haven't really seen much of this guy to be honest, but my heart tells me Bull Okai gets it done by round 1 KO or TKO. Next on the card, we have Terrence McKinney versus Demir Hadzovic. Hadzovic, I think that's how you say it. Again, butchering last names is going to be a common thing on this channel. I'll try my best to pronounce them, though, once I do learn their names correctly. Anyways, both coming off of losses. I got Terrence McKinney, though. He's got the reach advantage. He's overall got the name advantage, and I know that's kind of a weird thing, but having a name and wanting to keep that identity up, Terrence McKinney has made a little bit of a name for himself in the UFC. Has it been an absolutely positive one? Not all the time. He has been a very fun finisher guy, though. He either gets finished or he finishes in really fun ways. So, yeah, I think he's probably learned a little bit from his mistakes, and hopefully we see a new Terrence McKinney up in this lightweight matchup. And yeah, I just haven't seen very much good things from Demir Hadzovic either, honestly, and I don't think he's got the finishing potential in him. So that's why I got to go with Terrence McKinney round 1 KO or TKO. Next, Shamil, the real meal, Gazayev versus Thomas Peterson. Battle of the most mediocre heavyweight bodies possible. Anyways, both these guys are coming off of wins, but I have Shamil the real meal Gazayev coming in for a round one submission, or he's gonna get the decision. And the reason why that is because he's gonna use up all of his energy in round one, and by round two and round three, he's gonna be just so gassed. We have seen that this guy's gas tank is absolutely atrocious. Against Jairzinho Rosenstrike, just was not really good for him. He looked absolutely horrible. But I think he's going to come in rejuvenated, trying to get the win and prove himself. I forget that he had a win against some other like jobber kind of guy or whatever. So he's carried that momentum. He's got the reach. He's got the leg reach. Lots of things going his way. I think he's just going to overpower Thomas Peterson either in round one, or he's just going to do his grind fest thing until a majority decision. So, yep, Shamil Gazayev. Now we have Fares Ziam versus Mike Davis. I got Fares Ziam by round one or round two KO or TKO. He's coming off of knocking out Matt Pravola, I believe. So that is a huge win. Mike Davis is also, he's a dangerous prospect, but I think just based off of our last wins, who was his last win? It was Levy. Yeah, nothing super notable about that. So that's why I gotta go with Furziam. He's got the 3-inch reach advantage, slight height advantage, which is really nice. The only reason why a lot of people are going to probably end up picking Mike Davis is because Fares Ziam is from France, and France has not had a good history of having MMA fighters. I mean, Cyril Gane is probably your best one, and even he is not as good as he should be, if I'm going to be completely honest, as much hype was built around him. So, yeah. Anyways, still going to go with Fares Ziam. Better win. And he's got the reach advantage, so yeah. I have him round one, round two, KO or TKO. Next, Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Ofli. I have Muhammad Naimov by round 2 TKO or by decision. They're both coming off of losses. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage over him, as you can see here, and the leg reach advantage. Both of these guys, he's coming from Tough, and Tough hasn't had really anyone notable come from it, I think, except maybe Brian Battle. But other than that, Tough has been kind of mid with having prospects, so that's why I got to go with Muhammad Naimov here. They don't have any odds yet. Normally, sometimes I go by the odds as well to see what other people are playing with as well. But yeah, I got Muhammad Naimov. He's come from Tajikistan as well. He's gonna want to get it done in Saudi Arabia, so. Yeah, he's not looking to disappoint, and if it does go to decision, well, the judges are gonna end up favoring him. So yeah. Anyways, we have Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. I think that's how you say Vinicius. Anyways, Said Nurmagomedov is gonna get the win here. He's looking for finishes, guys. He's one of those Nurmagomedovs that absolutely searches for a finish no matter what. He's one of those guys that is like really desperate for a finish sometimes, almost too desperate sometimes. He has very crisp striking, so I have him by round 1 KO or submission. I think he's probably going to hurt Vinicius Oliveira early and then get him on the ground to where he's probably going to take his back, choke him out, get him in a Darce, some other Russian, chokehold or something like that he's going to get him in, and he's just not going to be able to do anything, unfortunately. So, yeah. Said Nurmagomedov, round 1 KO or submission. Next, we have my boy, the USS fleet of warships fear this man. I mean, NATO fears this man the most. He's NATO's #1 nightmare, Sergei Pavlovich. I don't know why I couldn't think of NATO. I was thinking of USS something else, but whatever. Anyways, Sergei Pavlovich, Jarizno Rosenstrike. I know Sergei's coming off of a loss, but this guy is just he built different. Okay, I know he got pieced up by Volkov, not the best look, but he's got the power, bro. In round one, if he just does what he does against everyone else, against that wasn't Volkov or Tom Aspinall, then he gets the job done. Chorizo Rosenstrike has been kind of very wishy washy a little bit. I know he's only 15-5, but he's felt very mixed as far as his wins and losses go. He seems to hover around the rankings about 7 or 10. Sometimes he's like 4 on rare occasions or like 5, but other than that, he's never been in title contention. A little bit old now. I forget how old he is. I think he's like got to be at least 39 by now or 40 from what I remember. But Sergey Pavlovich, this is a great comeback fight for him. I think he's going to get the KO round one. Don't really see how this gets to round two with Sergey Pavlovich, unless you're Aspinall or Volkov. But other than that, I think he just tanks everyone else. So yeah, I got to go with my boy Sergey Pavlovich by brutal round one KO. Next, we go on to our co-main event. This is going to be a big one and a very tricky one to choose, if I'm going to be honest. I think I got to go Shower Bullet, Shara Magomedov. I think he's going to end up getting a decision, and it'll either be split or just a regular decision against Michael Venom Page. I think he will be one of the few people that's going to keep an offensive striking game up against Michael Page and going to make Michael Page be very defensive. Unless Michael Page establishes very early dominance with some crazy jumping like elbows or just some how he crashes into people. If he's able to establish that very early on, I think he'll be okay. The one thing I'm worried about Michael Venom Page, though, is him coming up to 185. I don't know if he's ever fought at 185 from my complete history. I mean, he seems like he could. He's a big 170 pounder. He is 6'3", which is pretty big at that weight. Another thing that he has for his advantage too is he's got that reach advantage, which is pretty huge for him because he knows how to use it very well. He will definitely go in for some long rangey jabs too if he needs to. Just overall, everything he does is very bouncy, very fast, very crashy. But I think Shara Magomedov is just gonna eat through some of those shots and just keep chugging on and keep hitting with leg kicks, some crazy shots and stuff like that. I think it should be a pretty fun fight. There is potential that this could get a KO, and if I had to give it to anyone, I would again have to give it to Shara Magomedov over Michael Venom Page. So yeah, it's a tough fight. It's a really tough fight. The odds have it kind of pick 'em. They have Shara as slight favorite, but honestly, you go with Michael Page here. I wouldn't count you out for picking Michael Page, but in my heart, my gut tells me Shara Magomedov by bringing him to a decision, and it'll probably be split or just a regular decision. I think Michael Page will show up really well. He'll hit him with some good shots. Definitely get some oohs and ahs from the crowd. So yeah, it'll be very interesting. Maybe Michael Page is the first person to put a one on Shara Magomedov. But either way, if either one of them wins, this is one of those matchups where don't ignore what I just did with my ear and hair. I had a little problem in my hair thing or whatever. Anyways, I think this could be the first person to put a one on Shara Magomedov's career, but I think Shara Magomedov is going to play safe and get the decision victory again by split or just regular decision. And finally, on to our main event, Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. I got to go with Izzy. I think he's going to get it done. I know Izzy's coming off of a loss, but it was to Dricus. Oh, what the hell? Anyways, who is currently the champion. Nasruddin Imavov is, again, been pretty mid throughout his career, if I'm going to be honest. Kind of crazy he's being able to fight Izzy. But then again, I don't know who else they would have matched Izzy up with, to be honest. So sometimes you got to fight down in the rankings, and this is what Izzy is doing. I think he gets it done by either round 2 or round 3 KO or / TKO, or he gets it done by a decision. I think round 2 and round 3 are prime rounds for Izzy to get a finish on Nasruddin. I think he's going to be way more dynamic than Nasruddin Mavov is going to be. Nasruddin is probably going to be forced to grapple, and he's not really known for being a grappler. He's a striker, but I just I just don't see his striking being able to be up to Izzy's level. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think Izzy's going to tip tap away at him, and if Nasruddin is willing to try to exchange and get close to him, I think Izzy sleeps him. So yeah. Anyways, round 2, round 3 KO or TKO for Izzy or a decision. Izzy will play it safe if he feels like he can't get the KO and Nasruddin Mavlov is just gonna play on the outside. Izzy's happy to play that game, get the tip tap shots on him, and just keep him at range and get a decision. So yeah, I got Izzy for that reason. Anyways, that was the whole card there. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate all the likes and comments, all that stuff. So yeah, keep it up, and I'll keep up the videos. And yeah, I'll try to come up with one tomorrow. I'm not sure what to kind of go off of. Not too much is going on this week. We just have the UFC Fight Night. I think we do have a BKFC event. I will double check on that. I think we do. I'll make a prediction video on the BKFC event if there is one this weekend, which I believe there is. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you later.